You know, there are white people who keep telling me or try to argue with me and other blacks and say that racism is a thing of the past. Black people are just too sensitive. You see racism everywhere. Every day, somebody insults us in some shape, form, or fashion. Colin Kaepernick has been used by members of the Klan, neo Nazis, or just racist white folk don't even have to belong to those groups. Colin Kaepernick took a knee in the most peaceful ways ways because he wanted to bring attention to the brutality that our people continuously endure in this country. I guess all the video and audio that we've seen over the last 60 years of black people being shot dead, being denied entrance to places, being kept out of towns, that's all in our head. We've seen tons of video being released within the last 10 to 15 years of innocent black people being shot dead. Colin said, "Hey, I'm a celebrity. Let me lend my voice to the fight," and that's what people got pissed off at. See, white folk and other celebrities can speak to their issues. When black folks do it, that's when they want to put us back in our place. In Wisconsin, they had a resolution for Black History Month. You know what the Wisconsin GOP did? They said, you got to take Colin Kaepernick's name off. And not just Colin Kaepernick, some other people's names. They put names on who they want to be on the resolution. And the black politicians in them went right along with it. The white politicians that claimed not to be racist, they went along with it. Let me say this to y'all. I try not to talk in absolutes, but let's call it what it is. And I know people say, duh, Harvey, but I try not to lump everybody because I know there are men and women who lean politically to the right, don't agree with what's going on with the Republican Party and the racism and stuff. But if you are a Republican during this time frame, the last 15 years or so, you're a racist. If you don't want black people to call out police misconduct, you don't want black people to talk about fairness in education, fairness in housing, health care, business, then chances are you're a racist. I don't agree with everything that we say in our community, within the black community. But there's one thing that we all can agree on just about, that racism is still an issue that we have to deal with. Look at all the blackface images that are coming out just in the last year. I mean, they've come out every year, but look at just how many people have been put out on blast on it. I guess we just forgot about the past year of people calling cops on innocent black people, black males, young and old. Or people in these beauty supply shops and nail salons attacking our women and men. Now, when that brother went and shot those police officers in Dallas, he got your attention. See, y'all won't see. They don't see. They claim they don't want those type of things happen, but you don't want a brother to take a knee peacefully and say, "Hey, we need to bring attention to this." Y'all want the violent black man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all gonna get him. Y'all gonna get him, and I'm gonna tell you something. You gonna have brothers who learn mistakes from the other brothers. I'm telling y'all right now. See, what they want is a war. They want a race war. Cause if you look at Fox News, even CNN and MSNBC and them, they be dropping little hints. They be using little phrases and words. Colin didn't curse anybody out. He didn't go after the military. He didn't go after the law enforcement. He said it's elements within the law enforcement that need to be put under check. No matter how many times he and us said it wasn't about the military, even those in the military said, no, that's not about us. What it is that you have a group of people that see black people as the biggest threats on the planet. Because we know they game. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I really do. But when this constant attack on Colin Kaepernick, like he didn't did something. Here it is. You have men and women who have killed police officers, white. There have been more white men and women killing police officers the last 30, 40 years than anything. You may get a brother and sister that may go out there and tempt fate. Then when you go back and look at their background, they had mental issues. Or they was hardcore criminals that the system created. But what we do is we want to make the black man the boogeyman. Brothers and sisters be minding their own business. What do y'all do? They pull us over. Where you going? Who you with? How many more videos do we have to see? And then we put those videos up. They try to scrub them off social media. YouTube don't want the dead want you to see those videos. Facebook will shut a page down. Instagram, this is why these companies are bought these other companies out. This is why me, Professor Black Truth, Tariq Nasheed, the Black Authority, and many others out here keep yelling for black media. We need freedom of movement. You're not going to get honesty from CNN. You're not going to get honesty from MSNBC or Fox or your local affiliates. Not that there are going to be some white folks saying, I'm not racist, man. I'm a Republican. I don't feel that way. Go look at some of these websites, some of these blogs, some of these Instagram and Facebook posts. I can give you one. WGN. I've been on them the last month or so. Just monitoring because what was going on with the Jason Van Dyke trial. All the racist comments that you see on WGN, and I said I shouldn't be shocked. Those of y'all following WGN, y'all from the Chicago area, I shouldn't be shocked. Yeah, they call this a blue state. This ain't a blue state. I remember when I was about 11 or 12 years old. I think I was about 12. This had to be 1988. Maybe, no, I'll take that back. 89. I was with 13. It was the winter of 89. I never forget it. Me and my father and brother, every now and then we would go to the track with our father on a Friday or Saturday night, you know. Kids and people would be like, what? You'd be surprised how many kids would be at the track during that time. And my dad would give me and my brother money to go get food or play video games, or every now and then he said, boys, y'all want to pick a horse? And a couple of times me and my brother picked some horses and we won, walking out of there with $100, you know, like that, you know. So every now and then we want to get out with our dad, because that's what boys do. They want to be under their fathers. And we was driving to Maywood Park. If you from Chicago, you familiar with Maywood, Illinois. If you're going down North Avenue, if you're coming from the city, you can go down North Avenue. You can go down Chicago Avenue to First Avenue, North Avenue to First Avenue. And if you take North Avenue, First Avenue, it's right there. Make that left where Kittyland used to sit across the street, now Costco. But anyways, on the way there, it had snowed around that time. So this had to be about December, maybe around December, January, around that time. And I remember looking off because it used to be Polk Brothers. And you had a motel, Super 8 motel, one of them old school motels that was like the 1950s, like with the wood and everything on the ground level. And you have the Forest Reserve on the Melrose Park side. And I remember, because we used to go out, we went out there a couple of times doing some scout things years prior. But I remember seeing a bunch of guys out there. I'm like, that's weird. That 10 something at night, people out there. Usually, the Forest Preserve supposed to be at sunset, supposed to be off limits. Now when it's snow on the ground, you can see everything. It can be dark as hell, but somehow I guess the moonlight or whatever light is out there, the reflection you can see out there. And I'm looking, I'm like, Daddy, think I see some guys in white robes out there. He like, yeah, right. But then he thought about it. He said, this is Melrose. Oh, on the other side, it is Melrose Park. He said, I wouldn't put it past you. And then I'm like, I'm like, it couldn't be. So we kept driving. So we went up in there and we did our thing. So we was up there until like the last race. And I think that would be about 12 o'clock, 12:30 around that time, if I remember correctly. So we go out. And so me and my brother said, Dad, can we get some White Castle? He said, yes. So we going right back down North Avenue. I said, Daddy, slow down. See if you see anybody still out there. And guess what? They was out there. White robes and pointy hats. I kid you not. And I know that other people saw this shit. But this was 1989. And there was still a large number of whites still over in the Melrose Park area. And they was bold. I will never forget that. And that scared the hell out of me because we didn't live that far from that area. And my father, he said, see, what I tell you? He said, see, this is stuff I'll be trying to warn you. Your mother don't want us talking about it. But he said, they that bold. And they out there in that Fort and they ain't supposed to be out there. But if you can see them, we know the Melrose Park Police see them. We know the County Forest Preserve see them. I'll never forget that. They was out there. I would never forget that. I don't talk about it as much because people like, yeah, whatever. I used to be nervous talking about it. That somebody say, oh, that nigga saw us out there in the Fort Reserve. He knows our faces. No, I can tell they face. I know they was white dudes, but he was wearing white robes, but they was out in the Fort Reserve during the winter months. I'm like, damn. Now I know they're gonna be people gonna be dismissive of it, but that's how they get down. Y'all seen the different videos and TV shows. These guys doing ATVs. They be out. They win against shit. Today they wouldn't get caught being seeing that close to a major street. But they out there. I know about a few winters ago, I was out and I went outside to take some garbage out because I had to pull the garbage out the next day. I see this white guy come through the back area where I live at on an ATV, and I'm like, damn, man. And right then it clicked in my head, and I said, well, I shouldn't be shocked because a lot of the murders and shit that go on in our community happen at night. I remember coming home from work, seeing white men and white women in communities that you know they didn't live in. And they wasn't always buying drugs. They wasn't always buying sex. They wasn't always buying food. So on the news the next day you hear about something like you wonder. I guess the point I'm trying to make that these people they keep denying that racism is around us. They keep denying they part in racism, but it's true. It exists. The other day, WGN did a little story on the Green Book because of that movie, right? Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't know nothing about the Green Book until maybe about 10 years ago. I didn't know that you had to have a special book to know where to stop at. Because I used to wonder how they used to be able to know what town to go in. Did they always get stopped at certain places? I mean, because it just wouldn't be feasible. But when I heard about that Green Book, it made perfect sense. They talk about the sundown towns. They said that Naperville, Bolingbrook, and of course Cicero. So people find it hard to believe that racism is generational. Can I compare the racism that I've gone through to my father's racism? No. Or my grandfather or his father before that? No. Because it was more visceral back then. It was more in your face. It was more honest. I know that sounds like it's a weird word to be saying, but it was. Today, they do it and smile and say, we don't know what you're talking about. They had a gun, smoke coming from the gun. They said, I was firing up in the air. I don't know what you're talking about. I got black friends. I mean, y'all met what it is. And really what pissed him off about Colin Kaepernick is that he got one white parent. But when you look at Colin Kaepernick, he pulled black. You can see some of that white in him. You can see it, but he pulled more black than anything, and he had experiences of a black man. That's why he took sides with us. And you got brothers and sisters out there trying to shit on him, like Gladys Knight, Shaquille O'Neal, and them. But he been consistent. He took a loss. And we in the black community said, man, this brother's he's one of the few modern day Negroes that gonna actually stand up and put his money where his mouth is. And people still just cut this brother's throat. I said before and I said it again, I stand with Colin Kaepernick. We keep talking about black men don't stand up, and then we get when we shit on them. But see, y'all keep saying, well, he ain't really black. Really? So I guess Malcolm X ain't really black. Or many other black men and women who sacrifice because they light skinned or genetically they might have somebody ancestry that identifies as white. Now, what it is that y'all mad because the so-called mulatto, the mixed race black, have out-blacked some of us. That's what it is. Because we spent the last decade or so slamming light-skinned blacks or mixed ethnicity blacks as not being loyal, and Colin come around, he changed that narrative real quick. This brother ain't getting nothing out of it. Y'all, what gets me is how so many, and then you got the trolls that come in try to be black, try to pretend to start drama and send some of our people off. But for the Wisconsin GOP to do what they did, and I'm not shocked. Wisconsin, just like Indiana, is racist. I got friends and family live in Indiana and Wisconsin. I ain't too quick to go visit them. Hey, cuz, want to come up? Nah, cool. Far as I go, is Wisconsin Dells, and that's it. And that's just for a little mini vacation. Then I'm back in Illinois. It was a female I was trying to holler. She said, I live in Wisconsin. Oh, sorry. You ain't coming up? No, I don't do Wisconsin like that. I don't drive in those neighborhoods. Here it is, the black community. We quick to apologize or toss out under the bus when these politicians insult the black community. There's no apologies. They go full steam ahead. But when black folks, they figure a black person crossed the line, you need to apologize. You guys need to denounce or reject them. And what do? We denounce and reject. This is why people take turns picking on us. It'd have been cool if our black elders or our older brothers or sisters or cousins or even our younger brothers and sisters say, wait a minute, y'all ain't gonna keep bullying us around. Black History Month, you don't want the brother's name on a resolution? How's it hurting you? No, what it is, they don't want us acknowledging our people. They want him to be lost in history like so many others. We gave you niggas Muhammad Ali. No more. We gave you niggas Dr. King. No more. And what I mean by that, we allow you to celebrate them without interference. We as black people got to stop allowing this to happen. But see, the thing is, we're afraid. A lot of us are afraid. And those of us who are not afraid, we can't fight the battle by ourselves. It pains me that well-known black celebrities and say, we're going to stand with Colin. See, I don't expect a lot of NFL players to stand because they got a short window to make their money, number one. Number two, they're under these weird-ass contracts. But the people that I thought would stand with Colin would at least be the damn politicians. The black church is a joke. Look how they took the Reverend Wright. This is why people feel they can do things to us with impunity and we just supposed to take it. Colin didn't go out there attacking the military or police. He said we need to call out those in the police department who are doing questionable things. Here it is. You got judges that are giving slaps on the wrist to these police officers. They shooting our brothers and sisters down like animals. But here it is. It's white men and Hispanic men, Asian men, and Indian and Native Americans who are killing police officers a higher number. But somehow it gets thrown back on us. And the reason why they do it is because we don't control our media. We don't control our image. One of these days we're going to sit back and say, why did allow this brother to be sacrificial lamb? We keep talking about we need leadership or need a face or need support. Y'all waiting for Michael Jordan to come along. He ain't going to do it. But Colin came along and he had more to lose than Michael ever did. But Michael, to this day, Michael still he tap dance around it. Charles Barkley tap dance around it. All these Negroes that could have said something wouldn't. They could have stood behind Colin and said, we stand behind Colin. White folk wrap themselves around that damn flag, but when it come time for them to go serve their country, I got shin splints. I got stretched fractures. I got flat foot. I got asthma. I get these blinding migraine headaches. Or I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I'm the only male in the family, or blah, 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 blah. But then you want to pass judgment on somebody who say, hey, I can't stand up for a song that you play the whole song through defends and encourages slavery and racism. Everybody wants to be nasty to black folk. Everybody wants to say, well, my granddad got to call you a nigger. Why can't I? My granddad got to lay hands on you. Why can't I? My granddad got to tell you where you can go eat. Why can't I? And when brothers started pushing back against these narratives, all of a sudden they switched tone and like, well, you guys are reverse race. You guys are more racist than us. Black folks ain't never incarcerate you for no reason. We have a tendency as black people to let others bully us. But when they feel insulted, they make us apologize, jump through all kinds of hoops. But when we want to honor our own, they want to come and tell us how we get to honor our own, how we speak to each other. That I'm telling you, they still think we're in bondage. And those of you who sit out here and dismiss it, you guys are extremely naive at how this world works. But the Wisconsin GOP, they ain't nothing but racist. And my thing is, why don't we do like some people do? They take billboards. Let's take some money, get some interstate, some billboards, and call out the racism in the Democratic Party, Republican Party, or in the media and stuff. Watch how fast the media reacts to it. Don't you think it's inappropriate? But everybody else used billboards to convey messages. One of these days, we're going to sit back and we're going to say, enough is enough as a people. But until then, people are going to keep doing this. They're going to keep disrespecting us. They're going to keep disrespecting and attacking those among us who want to speak out and call out white supremacy. I still stand with Colin Kaepernick. F the Wisconsin GOP and their racist mindset.